But not in this case, because Nina and I have been looking forward to this conversation all morning long. A pair of crime-fighting drug agents featured in the Netflix show Narcos are bringing their story to Chicago's City Winery.
Okay, so they're retired now, but Steve Murphy and Javier Pena, they are the real deal DEA agents who took down drug kingpin Pablo Escobar. And their story, of course, portrayed in the Netflix hit series. And both of them are here to tell us more about the city's first Friday showing of Capturing Pablo. First of all, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on. We do appreciate this.
Oh, thank you both for having us on the show. It's the first time for us in Chicago.
Well, wonderful.
Yeah, we're excited to be there.
All right, well, let's talk about why you're coming to Chicago. It's a show. What do you want people to know about what they can expect? And is this going to be different from the Netflix series?
It's going to be vastly different. As much as we love the Narcos series on Netflix, you're going to hear the truth. And we don't hold back. We talk about the investigation of Escobar. We talk about the making of Narcos. We even talk about our personal life to a certain degree, and typically we'll even talk about Javier's sex life. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, easy. It's a morning show.
We're not going there.
Hey, Javier, let me ask you this. It seems like El Chapo gets a lot of the headlines, and for obvious reason, it's recency. But people may not realize that in his heyday, Pablo Escobar was supplying 80% of the world's cocaine. The world's. He personally had 4,000 people killed. I'm just curious, do you think the Netflix series does enough to sort of portray just how risky this job was that you were undertaking?
You know what? Great question. The Narco series didn't really portray all the violence that Pablo Escobar was committing, and the number is closer to 10 to 15,000 people that he killed. One of his sicarios claims it's closer to 50,000. And you are correct. 80% of the cocaine was coming from Pablo Escobar. The empire that he created was vast. It was based on terrorism. That's why he was, he took out the competition, came up with that word, plata or plomo, bullet or money. So the organization was based on just violence.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people, knew him as the king of cocaine, but in his home country, he was like a modern day Robin Hood, which, I would think have to make your assignment even more difficult. And, he's pretty insulated. You got all these people that have allegiance to him because they think he's doing a good thing for them. How difficult did that make your job to do?
Well, he had spies everywhere, and that's what created a network that was very loyal to him. And we try to we will dispel the rumor about the myth about the Robin Hood's persona. Because, think about it. When he needed new sicarios, new people who were willing to die for him, where do you think he went to? Right back to those neighborhoods where he had built housing clinics. Those people felt like they owed a debt. So rather than a Robin Hood, we refer to him as a master manipulator. He manipulated those people's lives.
I got to ask for a real quick answer from either of you. You guys are legendary amongst rank and file DEA agents. But apparently with the brass, you're kind of unsung heroes. Any resentment on either of your parts that you haven't gotten more credit for bringing down Pablo?
Nah, not at all. You know what? We did a job, and it's Pablo needed to be taken down. We were, this is part of history. And when we mention about our show, it's the real true story. It's the rise and fall of Pablo Escobar. So there's no resentment. We're, like I said, we did a job, and I think we helped Colombia. And we told people Colombia's a great place. We visit, tourism, come back. It's safe. It's a beautiful country. We love Colombia.
I got to tell you, I'm very impressed that we got a chance to talk to you. I told Scott in the newsroom yesterday, I'm trying to write this segment, and I said, I don't know what to write because there's so many questions I have. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate your service to the country and to the world for what you've done. Javier Pena and Steve Murphy, again, their show is going to be Capturing Pablo, and that'll be at the City Winery. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate
that.
it. All right.
Thank you.
Believe it or not,